Hello and welcome, mytoolkit.co.uk. My name's Steve, and today we're talking about coil nailers. You may have viewed other coil nailers on our site, but each and every model has different features. If you'd like to look at the bench, this is the coil nailer in question. This one has quite a lot of features, and I will run through them, so you will be informed by the end of this video. I'll give you the code now as well, so you can log into our site, put it in the search box and go direct to specifications, any videos extra to what you're watching now, and of course you can purchase online as well. And the model number for this Tacwise tool is Foxtrot Charlie November 50 Lima Hotel Hotel. That's the FCN 50 LHH. Well, it's a coil nailer that takes a 2.1 nail from 27mm in leg length right the way through to 50mm. The tool is nicely balanced and it's just 2 kilograms in weight. Now, one of the major features of this tool is it takes 2 types of nail. And what it is, I'm going to bring one coil of nail into shot, and you may have seen it with other coil nailers. I'll bring it closer to the camera. I don't know if you can see there, but although it's a coil of nails, the coil is actually domed. Now if I show you another coil of nails, it's the same thickness, 2.1, 38mm in leg length, but what you can see now, it's flat. Now although the angle of the nail is at the same, what tends to happen in the industry, you have flat coil nailers and you have conical coil nailers. But this model now takes both. So if you've got coil nails that are domed and flat, it can be both used in this gun. Where normally in the industry people have a coil nailer to take the conical and a coil nailer for the flat. Now just to show you the nails a little bit more closely, I'll get my board from under the bench. That nail there might be shadows and I don't know how clear it is, that is a strip from the conical. And if I place it below it, there is a strip from the flat. I'll turn it over and I'll get my pen to hand. Same thickness, same length, but look where the wire is. There's the conical and there is the flat. And what the problem has been before, when you've got a conical coil nailer taking that nail and you then put that in, the wire here interrupts the feeding system and vice versa. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fire a few nails, the flat coil, and a few the conical, after showing you the other features on the tool. So if we go back to the tool on the bench, to show you other features. And this is what I like about this tool, it isn't slacking on some of the features where you may get them on one tool and they're not another. No more tip, stops bruising on sensitive work like decking, softwoods, etc. Adjustable depth of drive, I'll turn it round in this light, you can adjust its depth, it moves the safety in and out so you can control the depth of penetration of the nail. But unlike on other tools, what I do like on this, if I turn it over, I don't know how clear you're going to see this, but there is a little indicator there, and you can probably hear it clicking away. But as I move this along, you've actually got markers there, and you can see that arrow moving along, which is indicating the movement of that safety. Whereas normally you've got to keep your eye on the safety against a still object just to see which way it is moving. Obviously with experience you do find out. Now on the trigger, single and bump fire. You may have come across it before, watched other videos. Simply push out and turn. That's now in a bump fire mode. What I mean to say by that, all these tools, it takes the safety to be depressed before we can actually fire it. But in the bump fire mode we can hold the trigger and we can repeatedly fire just by making the contact against the surface of the work. If I move it the other way, comes back down to single shot, And what we've got to do then is, after depressing the safety, fire the nail, we've got to let go again and go to the single shot. Exhaust deflector just deflects the exhausting air away from the eye line. Now to load it, open up the front gate, open up the pod, and like with the other coil nailers at the base of the pod, you can actually adjust this to different size nails, and it just helps support the pod of the nails as it's feeding in through the feed mechanism. What I'll do initially is I'll put in the domed coil nail onto the pod, and you just got to make sure that all fits in securely. Close the pod and then close the gate. If that doesn't close nice and easy, there's something wrong, check it out and then try again. Connect to the airline and we're ready to go. And as you notice, it will not fire until the safety's been depressed. Just get a couple of bits of timber, which, as always, not properly prepared. It's behind me. But there we go, 2 bits of timber there. Put the coil nailer on the job. 2.1, 38, ring galv, coil nail, but the conical coil. Of course, it can go up to 50mm maximum from 27 minimum. If I just disconnect that, always disconnect the airline when changing nails or if you get a jam or anything like that, and I'll remove the conical coil and go to the flat collation. And as you saw on the demonstration before on the clipboard, that wire position is totally different, but the feeder mechanism here allows the firing of both sets of coils. To the work surface, there we go, a coil nailer taking conical and flat collation nails. Sort of uses where you'll find this: decking, exhibition, show construction, fencing of course, ideal for that, especially with the adjustable depth of drive. When you've got thin board, you don't want to blow in too much, and from a cosmetic point of view it's nice to have a nice flush nail head on the surface. Pallet, crate, packing case manufacture, pet cages of course, runs, enclosures, sheds, garden buildings, I can go on and on, trellis work comes to mind, etc, etc. Well, that's another tool with lots and lots of features, and thank you for visiting mytoolkit.co.uk, and if you look in your left hand bottom corner, there should be a link there and you can go direct to this tool where you can see other information and you can purchase online. But thanks for visiting, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.